Good afternoon, everybody. I hereby call this first day, fifth special session to order. Today is July 31st, 2025, Thursday. The time is 3:05 p.m. in the afternoon. Here at the Vice Speaker, Sus P. Muffinas Memorial Building, Capitol Hill, Saipan. It is my honor to welcome all of you this afternoon. Before we proceed, I respectfully ask that all mobile devices be placed on silent mode and for the viewing public. And today's session will be viewed on cable TV channel 23, Senate YouTube channel, the Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature Facebook page. And with that, I'd kind of like to ask for a moment of silence, silence prayer. And with that, I'd like to recognize the clerk to please call the roll.
Senator Babalta,
Presente.
Senator Calvo,
Present.
Senator Castro,
Mr. Gap.
Senator Cruz,
Here.
Senator Hafschneider,
Hey.
Acting President, King
Here.
Neighbors, Senator Magofnia, Senator Manglonia.
Present.
Mr. President, 7 members are present, 1 absent.
With 7 members present and 1 absent, we have the requisite number to continue with today's session. Please let the record reflect that Senator Magofnia is hereby excused from today's session. Before we proceed any further, I'd like to recognize our LB staff and some of the members of our government here with us today in the session. Today with us, our Senate Clerk, Dolores Bermudez, our Legal Counsel, Joe Bermudez, our IT Assistant, Delbert Komatsu, our Senate Joint Clerk, Chanel Borja, our Senior Legislative Assistant, Jolyn Duenas-Tagovao, our Fiscal Analyst, Mr. Dave Demapan, and our Youth Congress Coordinator, Mr. LJ Castro. Also with us in the chamber is Lieutenant Governor Mendiola, and sitting with us also is the Mayor of Tinian-Nguiguin, Mr. Edwin Piadon. Thank you guys for your presence. Now, on to the next order of business. The election of new officers of the Senate is necessary due to the untimely passing of our honorable governor, our late honorable Governor A.I. Palacios, and the constitutionally mandated ascension of then Senate President Dennis C. Mendiola to the office of Lieutenant Governor. On July 25, 2025, Senator Mendiola was sworn in as our Lieutenant Governor. Accordingly, we are in receipt of his formal resignation from the Senate, which we will entertain in today's session. It is therefore the duty of this legislative body to reorganize the officers of the Senate and to move forward the remainder of the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature for the Senate. And at this time, we're going on to the election for President. The floor is now open for the election of President of Senate to serve for the remainder of the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature. I recognize Senator Manny Castro.
Thank you, Mr. Acting President. I am honored and privileged to nominate Senator Carl Rosario King Neighbors from the 2nd Senatorial District to serve as President of the Senate for the remainder of the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature. So moved, Mr. Acting President.
So there's been a motion on the floor nominating myself, Carl Rosario King Neighbors, to serve as President for the Senate, and it has been seconded. Any other nominations? I recognize floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. Acting President. At this time, I move to close nomination.
There's been a motion to close nomination and has been seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. The motion is now closed. Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Babalta,
Hungan.
Senator Calvo,
Yes.
Senator Castro,
Good.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hafschneider,
Good.
Senator Manglonia,
Yes.
Acting President King Neighbors.
Yes.
Mr. President, 7 members voting yes, 1 absent.
With 7 members voting yes in affirmative, the motion carries. And it is my distinct honor and privilege to serve as President for the remainder of the 24th CNMI Legislature. Thank you, members. Next on the item of agenda, election of vice president. The floor is now open, and I recognize Senator Jude U. Hofschneider.
Thank you, Mr. President. And before I make the appropriate motion, I wish to congratulate you on your presidency. At this time, I wish to make a motion to nominate Senator Corina Magofnia to serve as the Vice President of the 24th Senate for the remainder of the this legislature. I so move.
Second.
There's been a motion on the floor nominating Senator Corina Lorraine Magofnia to serve as the Vice President of the Senate and has been seconded. Any other nominations? I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move to close nomination.
Second.
There's been a motion for the closure of the nomination and has been seconded. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. The motion is now closed. Back to the main motion. I recognize the clerk for the roll call.
Senator Babalta,
Hungan.
Senator Cowell,
Yes.
Senator Castro,
Ngan.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider,
Again.
Senator Manglonya.
Yes.
Mr. President? Mr. President, all 7 members voting yes.
With all 7 members voting yes, Senator Corina Magofnia is hereby the Vice President for the Senate for the 24th, remainder of the 24th Northern Marianas Commonwealth Legislature. On to the election of floor leader. I now recognize Senator Francisco Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's an honor to nominate Senator Dauno Manalang Manglonya from the island of Rhoda to be our floor leader for the remainder of the 24th legislature. So move.
There's been a motion for the nomination of Senator Donald Magnolia to be the floor leader for the remainder of the 24th Sinamai Senate Legislature and has been seconded. Any other nominations? And with that, I recognize Senator Calvo.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to close the nomination.
There's been a motion to close the nomination and it has been seconded. All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Ayes have it. The nomination is hereby closed. Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Babalta, Senator Cowell,
Yes.
Senator Castro, Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider, Senator Manglonya.
Yes.
Mr. President?
Yes.
Mr. President, all 7 members voting yes.
With all 7 members voting yes, Senator Donald Magnolia is hereby floor leader for the remainder of the 24th Commonwealth Legislature. And congratulations, floor leader. Moving on to the legislative secretary. I would like to open nominations for Secretary of the Senate, and I now recognize Senator Calvo.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am honored and privileged to nominate Senator Francisco Kitsutsu Cruz from the 2nd Senatorial District to serve as the Legislative Secretary of the Senate for the remainder of the 24th Northern Marianas Legislature. So moved, Mr. President. Thank you.
There's been a motion to nominate Senator Francisco Q. Cruz to serve as Legislative Secretary of the Senate and has been seconded. Any other nominations? Recognize Senator Hofschneider.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move to close nomination on the nomination of Legislative Secretary.
There's been a motion to close. Do I hear a second? And has been seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. The nominations are hereby closed. I recognize the clerk for the roll.
Senator Babalta,
Hungan.
Senator Cowell,
Yes.
Senator Castro,
Ngan.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider,
Again.
Senator Manglonya.
Yes.
Mr. President?
Yes.
Mr. President, all 7 members voting yes.
With all 7 members voting in the affirmative, the motion carries. Congratulations, Senator Cruz. You are now the Legislative Secretary for the Senate. I want to just take this moment and congratulate all the members of all the new elected officers for the Senate. And with that, I would now like to recognize the floor leader for the proper motion to include in today's agenda communications from the House.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move to suspend pertinent rules to accept communications and to place House Joint Resolution 24-4, 24-5, and 24-6 on today's calendar for action.
Do I hear a second? There's been a motion to suspend pertinent rules for the acceptance of communications that didn't make the call of the agenda and has been seconded. In discussion? There being none, I recognize the clerk to kindly call the roll.
Senator Babalta,
Kung
Senator Calvo,
Yes.
Senator Castro,
Enggan.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Schneider,
Enggan.
Senator Manglonia.
Yes.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Mr. President, all 7 members voting yes.
With all 7 members voting yes, the rules are hereby suspended and the communications are placed on the calendars for action, respectively. Now, we on to our next item of the agenda, public comments. This is the portion of our agenda where we allow the public to provide any public comments that they would like pertaining to today's agenda. And the floor is now open. Please state your name and who you are representing. Welcome back, Lieutenant Governor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for allowing me this opportunity. First and foremost, my name is Dennis Mendiola. I'm here on my personal capacity to speak on the reorganization of the leadership here. Given the history of what we started on the 24th, I hope that this leadership group, I'm actually confident that this leadership group will continue to push some of the initiatives that we started to help the administration try and steer the economy in the right direction. Of course, unfortunately, the passing of our late governor, God rest his soul, we'd like to try and push for some of the ideas and the initiative that he has brought to the 24th legislature. Given the positions that we've stood, it's going to be quite contradicting, but I think that it's important that this legislature now work with the administration to try and steer this legislature in the right direction, the Commonwealth and the administration. So I want to just go ahead and close by saying congratulations, gentlemen, the newly elected president, and the vice president, of course, not here, but congratulations on the new role, and I wish you guys well. Thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing me this time.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Floor is still open for public comments. There being none, I'm going to go ahead and officially close public comments. On to item C of the agenda. There are none. Item D, I recognize the clerk.
Mr. President, we have one on our agenda, 24-57, statement on the passing of the Honorable Arnold I. Palacios.
We have, thank you, clerk. And with that, any discussion from the members? I recognize Senator Manny Castro.
Thank you, Mr. President. A few days before the passing of Governor Palacios, Rep. Diego Camacho and I met with him. Given a lot of the challenges that we're facing, when making any decision, we always try to focus on the signal rather than the noise. So, signal versus noise. In essence, the signal is the information you're trying to identify or focus on, while noise is distracting or irrelevant information that obscures the signal. I also wanted to thank now Lieutenant Governor Dennis Mendiola for also for his leadership and subscribing to this type of philosophy on focusing on the signal rather than the noise. Sitting down with Governor Palacios, we were able to really hear a lot of the solutions that he had. And some of those solutions we're gonna be seeing that soon. We have really serious investors coming in. One thing Governor Palacios always said was focus on what we can control rather than the things that we can't. President Trump, with his policies regarding the tariffs, provided a lot of opportunity to focus on policies that can strengthen our economy by going back to some of the industries that helped improve our GDP way back when. So with that, we extend our heartfelt condolences to the family of Governor Arnold I. Palacios and to the people of the CNMI. Governor Palacios was a true leader, not in words but in action. Grounded, courageous, and focused. He worked tirelessly to create real change for our community. He never sought applause or fame. He simply put the needs of our people first. Governor Palacios showed us what true leadership is: serving with integrity, acting with purpose, and speaking the truth, even when it's hard. Let us honor his memory by carrying forward his example, serve with integrity, lead with vision, speak with truth, even when it's inconvenient. Rest in peace, Governor. Your work lives on. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Castro, for those words. The floor is still open. Any members? I just want to take this opportunity again to echo the sentiments of Senator Castro and extend my sincere and heartfelt condolences to the family of the late Arnold I. Palacios and his family. He spent so many years in government and has done so much, regardless of, again, our political affiliations or how we have individually seen the path forward. His impact will resonate, and his memory will always remain with us. If there are no other members to comment, recognize Senator Hofschneider.
Thank you, Mr. President, and I apologize that normally the presiding officer takes the last dibs, but I too would like to first extend my heartfelt condolences and sympathy to First Lady Wela and the children and their families and the entire family for the untimely and the passing of Governor Palacios. I've never had a chance to talk to him most recent, but just through the years of serving with him, both in both houses of the legislature, him being in the House and me being in the Senate, I've seen the consistency and the passion and the dedication that he possessed and he showed throughout his years. I would like to echo some of the President's statement, as well as Senator Manny Castro's attribution of statesmanship of the late governor, and that resonates to the entire the CNMI and beyond. And we, through his legacy, we can mimic some of that vision that he had and move forward and help move the CNMI forward in these challenging times. And I want to thank you, Mr. President, for allowing a few minutes for us to share, some statement on behalf of the Senate on the untimely passing of the Governor Arnold Palacios. Jesus Masi, and I yield back.
Thank you, Senator Hofschneider. And with that, I would like to call a short recess. We now rise back, and I'll recognize the clerk.
Mr. President, we have one governor's message 24-63 that's going to be added to our agenda.
Okay, and with that, any members have any discussion? I would like to say on behalf of the Senate that I will be formalizing a credentialing committee to go ahead and move forward with the message from the governor announcing a vacancy for the first senatorial as soon as the conclusion of this session. Moving on, communications from the House. There are none. Oh, I'm sorry. Recognize clerk.
Yes, we have 4 on our agenda. House Joint Resolution 24-3, House Communication 24-45 to 48.
Discussion? Ready? Okay. On to communications from the Senate. Recognize the clerk.
Mr. President, we have 2488 and 2492 on our agenda.
Any discussion from the member? Recognize floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move to accept Senate Communication 2492, dated July 24th, 2025, Senate President Dennis C. Mendiola's resignation effective Thursday, July 24, 2025, and to declare a vacancy in the first senatorial district.
So,
So moved.
is there a second? Okay. Discussion from the members? Ready? Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Babaute,
Hunggan.
Senator Calvo,
Yes.
Senator Castro,
Ngan.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider,
Good.
Senator Manglotnya.
Yes.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Mr. President, 7 members, yes, 1 absent.
With seven members voting yes and 1 absent, the communication is hereby accepted and affirming that there is a vacancy in the first senatorial district for the Senate seat. Before we move on, I just would like to take this opportunity to thank the former Senate President and now Lieutenant Governor Mendiola for all the time and attention and leadership you've provided to the Senate. We only wish you the best as you move forward in your future endeavors as Lieutenant Governor. Again, thank you. On to communications from the CNMI delegate. There are none. Unfinished business. There are none. Pre-filed bills and initiatives and resolutions. There being none by the members. Under. Yeah. No, there are none. Right. So there are none. So I'll go on to item J. And this is to introduce bills and initiatives, local bills and resolution. Any members have any on bills that did not meet the agenda's deadline? And if there are none, I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to introduce Senate Resolution 24-07 to honor the service of Chief Bowman's mate Richard Hofschneider upon his retirement from the United States Coast Guard, and to commend his exceptional service, leadership, dedication to serving and protecting our nation. I also would like to recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move to place Senate Resolution number 2407 on today's resolution calendar.
There's a motion for the placement of Senate Resolution 2407 on today's resolution calendar for adoption. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. On to the next item of our agenda, which is going to be reports of standing committees. There are none. Reports of special conference committees. There are none. Resolution calendar. I now recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move to adopt House Joint Resolution number 24-4 entitled to authorize the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands through its governor to submit to the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development the action plan for the Community Development Block Grant application number B-25-SD69-001, the Home Investment Partnership Grant application number M-25-ST69-0203, the National Housing Trust Fund Grant application number F-25-ST69-0203, and the Emergency Solutions Grant application number E-25-DC69-001 to receive the funds requested therein and to assume all responsibilities that may be imposed pursuant to those grants.
So there has been a motion for the adoption of House Joint Resolution 24-4 and has been seconded. Discussion? With
Ready.
that, ready? Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Babalta,
Hunggan.
Senator Calvo,
Yes.
Senator Castro,
I'm good.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider, Senator Manglotnya.
Yes.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Mr. President, all 7 members voting yes.
With all 7 members voting yes, the Senate officially adopts House Joint Resolution 24-4. Floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have House Joint Resolution number 24-5 entitled To Recognize and Acknowledge the National Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve and the Sinamai or Guam Sinamai ESGR State Committee and their volunteer members for their exceptional service and commitment to our servicemen and women, and to thank and appreciate our civilian employers for their utmost support to our service members by recognizing the week of August 4th through August 8th, 2025 as Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve Week. I move for its adoption.
Second.
There has been a motion for the adoption of House Joint Resolution 24-5 and has been seconded. Discussions? Ready? Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Babalta,
Hunggan.
Senator Calvo,
Yes.
Senator Castro,
I'm good.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider,
Good.
Senator Manglotnya.
Yes.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Mr. President, all 7 members voting yes.
With all 7 members voting yes, the Senate hereby adopts House Joint Resolution 24-5. Recognize floor leader.
Mr. President, we have House Joint Resolution number 24-6 entitled Commending the Distinguished Life and Extraordinary Contributions of the late Honorable Governor Arnold Indalecio Palacios to the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands and its people, and to acknowledge his enduring legacy as a genuine statesman. I move for its adoption.
Good.
There is a motion for the adoption of House Joint Resolution 24-6 and has been seconded, and the floor is open for discussions. If no discussions, then I will recognize the clerk to please call the roll.
Senator Babalta,
Hunggan.
Senator Calvo,
Yes.
Senator Castro,
I'm good.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider,
Good.
Senator Manglotnya.
Yes.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Mr. President, all 7 members voting yes.
With all 7 members voting yes, the Senate officially adopts House Joint Resolution 24-6. Recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. And last on our calendar, we have Senate Resolution number 24-07 to honor the service of Chief Boatswain's Mate Richard Hofschneider upon his retirement from the United States Coast Guard, and to commend his exceptional service, leadership, and dedication to serving and protecting our nation. I move for its adoption.
There's been a motion for the adoption of Senate Resolution 24-07 and has been seconded. Open for discussion. Floor is open. Everybody's ready? I recognize the clerk for the roll.
Senator Babalta,
Hunggan.
Senator Calvo,
Yes.
Senator Castro,
I'm good.
Senator Cruz,
Yes.
Senator Hofschneider, Senator Manglotnya.
Yes.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Mr. President, all 7 members voting yes.
With all 7 members voting yes, Senate Resolution 24-07 is hereby adopted by the Senate. On to bill calendars. There are none. Item Q, petition, memorials, miscellaneous communications. The floor is now open for any member. Recognize Senator Hofschneider.
Thank you, Mr. President, and sticking with the special session today, wish to express again my support and my congratulations to you on taking over the presiding officer of the Senate. I also would like to recognize the former presiding officer who joined us this afternoon, Lieutenant Governor Dennis Mendiola, former Senator Vinny Sablan, I see him, and our good mayor from Tinian, Mayor Don. Thank you for joining us. It's a rather overwhelming, to say the least, what transpired, to get us to where we're at today. But I think we can all agree that we all have the same objective: to do right for the people and to try and steer our best and steer the CNMI forward, and working together. And I am 110% confident, Mr. President, that you possess that ability to assist us, to lead us, working together with our our members from the House and the administration of Apatang, Mendiola, and of course our hardworking Congresswoman Kimberly King Hines in DC. So it's critical. We're at a crossroad. There's a lot of moving parts that we've been tackling, and I look forward to engaging and addressing those issues so that we can, provide some comfort and direction for our people that we represent in the CNMI. So again, congratulations, and let's do this. I yield back.
Thank you. Any other members? Recognize Senator Cavo.
Thank you, Senate President, and first and foremost, I would like to also congratulate you as our as our representative for the Senate presidency. Like Senator Hofschneider said, we are under challenging times. On behalf of also our Rhoda Legislative Delegation, the 24th, our mayor and our Rhoda Municipal Council, 20th, and also District 1, as well as our neighboring island, District 2 and District 3. We'd like to, once again, give our sincerest condolences and deepest sympathy to First Lady Wella Palacios, her children and families, as we look forward to an honorable state funeral, as we pray and in honor and remembrance of our late Governor Palacios. Another congratulatory is for our Governor David Apateng, as well as our lieutenant that came into oath, and we look forward to working together, and tackling, like Senator Hofschneider said, moving CNMI forward. Without due respect, congratulate everyone, and may God bless the CNMI.
Thank you, Senator Cavo. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to announcements. And my apologies. I recognize Senator Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to congratulate you for being elected President. I'm looking forward to continue working collaboratively to assist our constituents and the entire CNMI. And I would like also to congratulate all officers that are being elected today. And I thank everyone for your vote of confidence in putting me back to the Legislative Secretary. I appreciate your vote of confidence. And also would like to congratulate the administration, Governor Apatang and Lieutenant Governor Dennis Mendiola. Thank you, sir, for showing up. And I know that your heart is still at the legislature, and we'll continue to collaborate to assist our people of the Commonwealth. And former floor leader Vinny, thank you for being here to witness the new reorganization of the officers of the 24th legislature. I thank you for your presence, and to the late Governor Palacios, the family, I would like also to extend our heartfelt and condolences to the family, former First Lady Wella, and the entire family for the passing of our former Governor Palacios. And thank you, everyone, the staff of the LB. Thank you for always being there to assist the members of the 24th Senate. Thank you, and I yield back, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Cruz. Recognize Senator Manny Castro.
So, thank you, Mr. President. We have a Senate President from Tinian, a Lieutenant Governor from Rhoda, and a Governor from Saipan. Let us continue to focus on the signal and less of the noise. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Castro. Recognize Senator Cruz.
Thank you. It's better late than never, no, to mention somebody else, and also like to recognize and thank you, the Mayor Don, for coming over to the legislature to witness the officers that have been elected, and as well as our delegate of the Commonwealth. Thank you for being here, and we're looking forward to continue collaborating with the with your office to make a better Commonwealth. Jesus Masi.
Thank you, Senator Cruz. Any other members? I would just like to take a little bit of time, if I may, to say thank you first and foremost to all of my colleagues, and in your confidence and trust in me to fulfill the mandate of Senate presidency and to keep moving our agendas forward. I'm sincerely eager to work with the administration and the House to keep progress moving. There are a lot of things before us, and we really need to get to work because time is not on our side. But as it relates to today, I just again want to extend my sincerest gratitude and thanks to all of you guys for the confidence. And with that, on to announcements. Any members? None? On to adjournment. I recognize the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I move to adjourn today's session, subject to your call.
It's good.
There's been motion and has been seconded for the adjournment subject to the call of the chair. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? This session is adjourned at 3:41 p.m. subject to the call. Thank you, everyone.